let's look at some more examples here. Now here we're talking about a different form of absolute value equations. Let's say you have one absolute value expression equal to the other. Now when you come across this situation, there are certain things that you have to keep in mind. Now we're saying, by definition, for two expressions to have the same absolute value, they must either be equal or be negatives of each other. Okay, so if you're going to have two absolute values equal one another, they should either be equal or they should be negatives of each other. So basically, if you take a look at this here, we are saying if you have absolute value of ax plus b equals absolute value of cx plus d, then by this definition here, you should have ax plus b equals cx plus d, or ax plus b equals the negative of cx plus d. Okay, so you're going to have either this situation or the other one. Keeping this in mind, let's apply this definition to an example here and see what sort of solutions we come up with. So you have this example here, absolute value of 7x plus 12 equals the absolute value of negative 8. So again, we're saying that either these two expressions should be equal to one another. So you should have 7x plus 12 equals x minus 8, or 7x plus 12 equals the negative of x minus 8. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve the first part of this equation here, and you will have, we'll move our x over to this side first, which will give me 6x plus 12 equals negative 8. We'll move our 12 over this time, and that will give us 6x equals negative 20. Okay, just getting all our like terms on the same side, and now we can go ahead and divide everything by 6, get x by itself, and this will give you x equals negative 10 thirds. Okay, you will do the exact same thing for the other part of your equation. Now here you have 7x plus 12 equals negative, in parentheses, x minus 8. The first thing I want to do is distribute this negative sign inside the parentheses. So that will give me negative x, and negative will give you a positive 8. Once you make that change, we can go ahead and bring our like terms on the same side, move our x, which will give you 8x plus 12 equals 8. Move your 12 over to the other side, which will give you 8x equals negative 4. Now we can divide by 8 on both sides, and we will end up with x equals negative 1/2. So you ended up with x equals negative 10 thirds or x equals negative 1/2, and either of these two values will satisfy your equation here. Now if you want, you can go ahead and check your solutions again in the original equation to make sure they work, and your solution set is going to be two values, negative 10 thirds and negative 1/2.